Hi everyone, and welcome to the final video in our Litha Summer Solstice Video Series. I'm Lesley, the Metaphysical Crone from Innerji, and I am here with the lovely Mish from
Twisted by Mish. Hi, Lesley.
Hi,
Hello,
how are you?
everybody. I'm good.
I can't believe that we're at the end again.
I know it's come up so quick, and I've still got a lot to do for this end of the year. It sort of feels like it's really snuck up on us.
It has, most definitely. I'm just looking forward to having some time to sort of chill out a little bit. But what we're going to do today is our final oracle reading for you for Litha and the holiday season to come. So that's going to be our question. As we shuffle the cards, we're going to be asking, what are the energies? What can we expect around this Litha day, which is traditionally today, the 21st of December. And when it comes to the exact time, it's tomorrow, the 22nd of December for 2022, because it changes a little bit from year to year, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Here we go. Mish, you're going to get started with your reading based on the energies for Litha and moving forward into the holiday period.
Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 runes and 3 cards. I'll start with our runes. I'm using the Witch's runes today. Let's see what's in store for us moving forward from the solstice, from that point where the sun is at its fullest and then slowly dropping away day by day from there. And I've got my 3. I have the star, the moon, and the waves. Okay, so together straight up, this feels really good. This feels like the energies are going to be really good. When we think of the star being, you know, the brightest blessings, I know, Lesley, the star in Oracle is a very a positive card too, isn't it? It's about
Absolutely.
Wishes. And so the star in the rune is about, yeah, like your dreams come true, so to speak. So the blessings of the season moving forward. So I think the energy is going to be quite positive. There is the moon, and with the moon, that's sort of reminding us that it's about a phase, you know. While this energy is going to be all high and buzzy, I'm feeling like a little reminder that once we move on past that, sometimes we can feel a little bit low. So this real high is a phase that's going to come through, and with the waves following, I feel like it's like just be a little bit prepared for that drop off as well. You know, it's going to be, I feel like the energies are going to creep from down and spike up high, nice and high, and have a nice joyful experience with, and then afterwards it's going to just come back down again, a little bit like that ebb and flow of the wave. And just to be prepared for that, don't expect everything to be all high and wonderful and high vibing and great and happy and joyous. There's going to be some emotional times in there too, and you know, that's perfectly okay.
That makes so much sense. And we've got a new moon coming up as well. I think, gosh, if my memory serves me correctly, I think it might be around about the 23rd of December. I will double check that.
Yeah, so I'll put some cards with these ones to get a bit of a flare on my camera. So this is actually inspiration. So use that positive energy to inspire you. Sort of feel that inspiration. I know this card came out as well in our intention setting video, and so yeah, use that high vibe and energy to inspire you for what's going to follow on.
That's lovely.
And dreams. This is a lovely card. So dreams as well, as we're putting this with the phases of the moon. You know, maybe use that moon. I can see in the background on this card is the full moon. So use that you know, moon energy as we're moving through this moon phase, because full moon was recently, wasn't it? So
Yeah, it
let's,
wasn't that long ago. It was like,
yeah.
must be about like a week ago, just over a week ago, I
Oh
think.
yeah, so use that transition in the moon, you know, to set forward intentions for your dreams and for the things that you're wishing for. Um, and with the waves, well, we've got the card family. So,
Oh,
you know, and we all know families, you know, when families get together, there's always that with the waves, there's always that ebb and flow and a little bit of the emotions that come with the water element as well. Um, I'm sure moving forward, there are many people who are suffering the loss of family at the moment, whether you can't be with them or because they've passed throughout the year. And that's going to be really hard for a lot of people. So, yeah, just hold them dear and be prepared for the emotions that come with this time.
and especially as Litha is always celebrated so close to the secular Christmas here in Australia as well. So, yeah, it's like a double whammy when it comes to family, isn't it?
It really, yeah, it really is. And, you know, a lot, just remember too, you know, family isn't always blood. I know you've got, everyone has their soul family. So, you know, be with the ones who inspire you. Be with those family members that inspire you to just be yourself. And yeah, that's just going to help. Use that light that's inside of you to shine out there and keep those energies nice and positive.
That's so important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Particularly as this can be a stressful time because everybody, I think you mentioned in one of the other videos, you know, we all go a bit nuts at the shops and it gets stressful and rushing around.
Yeah. And I know I really pick up on those vibes at the shops and things like that. Like I feel like there's so much stress around this time of year. People trying to be a particular way and, you know, and to provide, you know, to provide those gifts and things that maybe they can't afford. Like it, and forgetting that this summer, you know, when everything's at its brightest, like be it about experiences and spending time with people, not about what's in the wrapping.
Yeah, I agree. And it is about bringing us into this Litha energy and taking the positivity and the sunshine of the longest day and the summer, taking that energy into the secular
Absolutely.
Christmas period, as opposed to bringing the stress aspect of the Christmas period into Litha. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
Litha's a season, isn't it?
absolutely. And get out there under the sun, charge yourself up, use
Absolutely.
that solar energy.
All right, so I'm going to start shuffling for my 3 cards. Usually our readings marry up pretty well, so let's see
They
if
do.
we'll
I'm
be together
excited to
today
see
or
what
not.
you have coming up.
Here we go. All right, so the first card I have is the Magician. So this is saying that, you know what? For the Litha day and for the Litha season, you've got what it takes to make it really positive. You can become the magician, or in its more esoteric form, you can become the alchemist. So you can create from what you already have. That is really, really good. So be confident in yourself. Be sure of yourself during this period, despite the everyday stresses that might be around. The second card I have is the Page of Swords. And I feel that with this Litha season, you know, it is about some small new beginnings. Pages are about small new beginnings, and swords are about communication, our thinking processes, our ideas, what we plan for. So I feel that you've got everything that you need for this Litha period to be able to maybe start thinking about some new plans. You might maybe be starting to think about, well, what are we going to do for the holidays? But doing it from a perspective of what you have already, what you know already, and not turning it into this sort of stressful must have the perfect holiday or must have the perfect time. You've already got it with that Magician card. It's just how are you going to plan it and put it into action, and just taking it in small steps rather than trying to do everything so huge, so big. The other thing that I was going to say was that, you know, we're coming towards the end of the calendar year as well. And so people are starting to think about, well, what do I want next year to look like? What do I want 2023 to look like? And what this Page of Swords card is saying, you don't have to know it all now. You don't have to plan it all now. Just take it step by step, doing the small things and enjoying this period that you have. Yeah. And the third card is the Cups card reversed. And it's the Eight of Cups. And, you know, this is marrying up very well with what you said about the moon and the waves, the movement, because I think that you've got to be aware that don't walk away from the harder emotions. That's the key with this card, because with that ebb and flow that we're sensing is that there might be some more difficult emotions. There might be some sadness, a sense of loss. Don't walk away from them. Don't suppress them. Feel them, allow yourself to feel, but also put them in perspective, because whatever negative emotions come up, they will pass. They always pass. Like the moon phases, we cycle through emotionally as well. So know that you have everything you need. Know that taking small steps in your planning, enjoying this time, and acknowledging any of the stresses that you might feel or any emotional sadness that might come up for whatever reason, but don't allow yourself to wallow in it. Acknowledge that it's there and know that it will pass. So I'm going to add on some tea coins now. So you're going to get a bit of noise. Here we go. What's the first one out? And the first tea coin is the scales. And so this is saying to me that, you know, you've got everything you need to keep it all in balance during this Litha day and Litha season, and even through secular Christmas. You've got what it takes to keep it all in balance. You just have to be aware of your emotions. Think about that Eight of Cups card reversed. Just be aware of them and take small steps. The next tea coin I have, what's the noisy? I like it. The next tea coin I have is the anchor, and this is about grounding yourself. This is about not trying to do too much at once. This is about being stable and staying grounded as you move through this period. Really connect with the earth. Even though Litha is a sun celebration, it's a fire festival, it's the first harvest. So really make sure that you're grounding yourself in the earth, being fully within your own being, not getting lost in the headiness of it all, whilst you are also connecting to that beautiful, warm, cheerful sunshine energy. And finally, let's see what the last one is. And we have the mouse. And this is saying, don't let the little things eat away. Don't let the little annoyances, the little aggravations eat away at the positives that you can bring to this Litha period. So that's kind of keeping in tune with what you were talking about as well, Mish.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Did you want to draw an oracle card as well? Are you in the mood to do that?
I can. Excuse me.
See what we've got. This seems to be our way of doing things. It's like, you know, we have our favorite decks. We draw 3 cards. We have our favorite tools like the runes and the tea coins. And then there's the oracle deck to finish off.
Just to finish off, that's it. And I'm going to choose Cheryl and Darcy's Wildflowers, because I just love this deck, and they're just around here at the moment. There are so many wildflowers blooming that it just feels right. Feels totally right. And
they're beautiful cards. And Sherilyn is such an authentic person in what she creates with her decks as well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so. And I've got orange Banksia.
Oh, how appropriate.
So that's nice. Definitely got some nice flame energy there. Enthusiasm is the word there. So enthusiasm. I love that.
That's beautiful.
Let's all be enthusiastic. Get out under the sun and just love being us and love being with people who we want to be with. And Yeah, take it as it comes.
Yeah, really enjoy the summer season, you know. Okay, I'm going to do an aromatherapy card for my oracle deck this time. I've got jasmine. What a beautiful
Oh, beautiful.
summer. It is light. It is sweet. It's not too heady the way lang lang is. You know, lang lang oil can be quite overpowering, but jasmine is light. It's sensitive. It's sweet. And the words on the card here are finale and fertility. So this card is summing it all up by saying we're coming to the end of the year. So what do you want to wrap up? What do you want to finalize? And then with the other word, fertility, what is it that you want to start birthing as we move through summer and getting ready to move into 2023?
That's so perfect wrapping up the year, isn't it?
It
You
is.
know, to just, yeah, have that closure. I actually did flip another one from the spellcasting oracle
Do
this
it.
week, and it was closure. So, you know, it really is like a wrapping up of the year.
Yeah.
And yeah, looking to those new bright energies,
Yeah.
using all that inspires us to work out what it is to move forward into the new year, but you know, and into the next season. I think I think all of what we've drawn today feels really really positive, but without being too up in the air and glorified. You know, it's still got that real level to it about, you know, knowing that we're going to have things that get us emotionally, we're going to have all of these, but just to be aware, know that, you know, all those feelings are meant to be felt, otherwise we wouldn't get them.
Yeah.
They're all there for a reason. Feel them, acknowledge them, and then work forward from there.
And it's true, you know, we have a tendency to split our emotions into good and bad, but they're not. They just are. There are times when emotions that we perceive as being negative can actually be helpful for our survival. You know, fear will make us run away from something or stand up and fight it if there's no other choice. Anger is another way to stand up for ourselves, but it's how we portray it. That's the key. Getting angry just for the sake of yelling at someone isn't helpful, but using that energy to take action to improve something that you're angry about, my gosh, that is positive, and that is self-empowerment.
That's right. And that's I think from memory, that's very much this orange banksia. That's very much, it's about using that enthusiastic energy, but, you know, on a positive note.
Yeah, it's an active energy, isn't it? It's not passive, it's doing, it's taking action. And when you think about Litha and how strong the sun is at the moment, and being the longest day on the 22nd of December, which is tomorrow, then, you know, we can harness that energy, but we harness it in a positive way, not in a destructive way. That's
that's it. And don't be greedy with it, or you'll end up burnt.
Oh yes, we with fair skin. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this special reading for Litha. We will be continuing with our Sabbath video series, so watch out for another section which will start coming along in the new year in about a month to, probably about, we usually do it about 2 weeks before the actual date. So in about a month, we'll start recording and putting up information about the next Sabbath. But until then, we wish you many, many blessings for Litha. We wish you much warmth and sunshine in your heart and in your life. And from a secular perspective, we hope that Christmas is a happy one for you as much as it can be, and that you do get a bit of time out once you've got past all that rushing around.
That's it. That's it. Bountiful blessings. And remember, to be with the ones you love. And it's about being and loving and experiencing together more so than what's in the wrapping.